should be alive. So, Mr. Vipin, go.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and the distinguished guest. So I am Vipin, so this will be my first speech, and I'm very thankful to Tim Trumbull. Last week he spotted me out, I was just hiding around here and there for 9 months, and he spotted me telling that, Vipin, you haven't started with this first speech yet. So thanks Tim for that. So that's an opportunity which I've got today. So my topic is, I shouldn't be alive. So this is pretty much very similar to the, the series which we all would have seen in the TV. And it happened on December 31st, 2001, when the whole city was busy partying for the New Year's Eve. I was headed to the hospital. So I had a severe breathing problem and a little bit of cough. So I had been trying to find out the reason. Many experts came from different hospitals. They came and they examined me and they concluded that it's more of an acute asthma. And my family ran into that. So everybody concluded that this is an asthma. And I was under medication for the asthma treatment, but nothing worked out. So on December 31st, I had to go for a second consulting checkup and then realized that the doctor was the chief specialist of the chest. So he took me to an examining center and he told me, okay, let me go with the process called as bronchoscopy. So in bronchoscopy, for people who doesn't know about it, it's more like a 10-inch tube with one side. It would be having a light and a camera that would be inserted deep in your throat to find out is there anything which is blocking your windpipe. And in that, the doctors found something which is extraordinary. It was something which is the tumor. And then the doctor yelled at my aunt, who was accompanying me to the hospital, saying that, why was it so late for him to come here? I didn't have any clue. So they both sat in a different room discussing something which is really big. And I was in the doctor's examining center. And then the doctor came up and said that you don't have to use this inhaler which you are using for asthma anymore. So I was like, wow, so is that the treatment or is part of treatment? And then he said, we are going to have your surgery tomorrow. Still, I was clueless. I was not knowing that what exactly the fact is or what is that which is leading me into a surgery the very next day. So it was 2002, January 1st. Everyone wishing me New Year's wishes, and I was like in the hospital. So they took me to the operation theater. So I was completely ignorant about what is happening with me because they didn't feel like relieving the fact to me, stating that I'm getting into a big surgery. And I could see that I've been taken to the operation theater, and when I was just lying, I could see some two videographers with the high-tech video entering into the operation theater. A couple of medical students were also there, and only then I realized, oh, there's something serious about this. And the doctor started explaining the medical students that he is a patient who is suffering from a tumor, and his entire windpipe, 95% of the windpipe is completely blocked. And the remaining 5% is used for him to breathe. Only then I realized, is it so? And I've been breathing like very badly. So it was not like the normal human breathing process. So every second my breathing would be 10 times more than a normal human breathing tendency. So, and then all of a sudden they all started, they gave me a nitrogen oxide, I think yes. And it was more called as a laughing gas for an anesthesia. And the doctor said that you need to keep responding to my commands, where whatever I ask you, you need to just answer to that, just to make sure that I'm into the right mode. And then they started. So they were like in between, are you able to hear me? I need to respond, yes, I'm still alive. So going forward, so what happened after that was they just slit my neck right here, and they thought to take the tumor right out from here. unfortunately, the size of the tumor was pretty big, and they could not do that. They again asked me, "Are you still there with us?" I said, "Yes." So there is another complication which could arrive here, which is the damage to the vocal cord. So I might get into a situation where my vocal cord is completely destroyed and I cannot speak. And then all of a sudden, they decided, let's not take the risk. And they just split my chest into two. So that was the second step which is took. And I was completely seeing and hearing the commands which the doctors are exchanging with each other. I was like, oh my God, I never knew this. So it happened. And then they took the tumor out completely by cutting it from both the sides and then churning the windpipe again back to the same position. And the operation was successful. And my mom outside the door was just doing Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, completely praying that I need this son be back with me. And finally, they came up stating that, okay, this is what we have done. And after 2 months of taking bed rest, I again went to the doctor for another round of bronchoscopy, where they did it and they wanted to see if there is any inheritance of the old tumor is there. But luckily nothing was there, so everything went on well. So I just learned that being positive really matters in life, as the theme of today says. So that was something which has happened to me in my life, which I just felt like, that should be my icebreaker for tonight. Thank you.